Alabama 30, Vandy 14. This is a game that we talked a lot about, given circumstances, given the baggage from a year ago.
Yeah.
Should come as no surprise. We had people writing into us, a lot of people interested in this game, a lot of people rooting for Vandy in this game.
Yeah.
I thought this was an incredible football game. And there were a couple moments early when I said to you, Vandy looks like they could win the damn SEC. Vandy looked good. For a good chunk of this game, they look good. And I think there's some real cognitive dissonance here for a lot of us when it comes to Vandy, especially those of us who have been covering the sport for a while, because Vandy's just been so bad for so long. They weren't last year. This year, I don't think they are either. I think they're a pretty good team now.
Yeah.
We just got to get over it. I'm speaking mostly to myself.
Yeah.
They are not just a cute story. They're a tough out. They're legitimately good. And Alabama, over the course of this game, did what Alabama is good at. And that is give the ball to Ty Simpson, let him create plays, allow him to extend plays.
Yeah.
With his ability in the pocket, with his legs. He's not a runner like Jalen Milroe, but he's really good at moving around. He's good at extending plays. He was especially dangerous in this football game. And I thought Ty Simpson, again, continued to do what he has done ever since that first week of the season. And that is put Alabama in a position to win, keep opposing defenses on skates, and be really efficient through the air. He had an outstanding football game.
Yeah, the big thing that I noticed with Ty Simpson, and I picked Vandy to win this game, which, for a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there, felt pretty good about that pick. But the big thing I've noticed about Ty Simpson since that Florida State loss was his decision-making and his, this is my move and I'm going for it now. You can see that he sat in film study and somebody with a laser pointer was like, this is when you throw it, dude. This receiver runs by this safety. As soon as you see that that's happening, your windup begins. You step in and you let it rip. And it has become so much more of a joy to watch him play because he seems so much more decisive. And there's some ambivalence in the pocket sometimes and feeling pressure and taking sacks that he shouldn't be taking. There's that kind of stuff with the first-year starter. But by and large, especially down the middle of the field, today. I mean, finding, take your pick. I think he has a really nice connection with Ryan Williams and Jeremy Bernard, but Josh Cuevas got into it, the tight end. And I thought you saw the difference in Alabama finally being able to run the ball today.
Yeah. Nice game for Jam Miller.
Really sharp.
Yeah.
And the running game in general looked very, very sharp. And so I just thought he looked so much more confident in what he was seeing down the field. And he's got great players, obviously, but it just seemed like he was much more I don't know, whatever, in line with Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer. And for Vanderbilt's part, Diego Pavia made plays. He had the long run. I think it was at Said Alexander early on, had the 60-plus yard run, and there were some turnover stuff early, and obviously later in the game, Bama had some red zone struggles. They definitely need to clean that up. We saw that in the second half last week. We saw it in the second half this week against Vandy. But by and large, the Bama defense came to play, and they adjusted to Vandy really nicely. I didn't think the Vandy defense adjusted all that well to what Alabama was doing. They were getting shredded up the middle. I don't know if they were just sitting in some kind of zone that Ty Simpson was seeing. I'm going to have to go back and watch the game a little bit more closely. But the picture seemed like it was in 4K and I don't know what the human eye can actually register, but Ty Simpson's vision was super impressive. And Alabama is playing with a confidence against what I still think, and I think you agree, is a very good Vanderbilt team that I think probably is incredible to see if you're a Bama fan. Things to clean up for sure, but a great, next step in the season.
I think it's meaningful for Bama to cover. And we don't play any of these games, at least you and I don't view these games that much through the point spread. But the whole saying about good teams win and great teams cover, I think is meaningful in a game like this because Vandy's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And they're a good team, and they're going to beat others in the SEC before all is said and done. This is a game, Alabama, there was an obvious, set of baggage here. Of course, there was a revenge tilt for them, but Vandy wanted to do this again, and Diego Pavia has proven very effective in games like this. So for Bama to put Vandy out of its misery for them to be able to run the ball, which is something they have not done much at all this season, for Ty Simpson to have the kind of game he had, and for Alabama, I think, to win going away, as it felt if you watch this thing. I don't know. That's meaningful to me.